this is Jeannie, and I'm here today to talk about an amazing palette. I went ahead and I filmed last week, but unfortunately my computer decided not to work. So I am going to refilm this week doing this look. If you like what you see, please go ahead and watch my video. Please subscribe, hit the subscribe button down below and ring the bell. The palette that I'm going to use today is by the one and only Natasha Denona, who we all absolutely love. It is the Safari palette, and I'm super excited to do this, so without further ado, let's start this video. So I decided that I'm going to redo the look that I did last week because I really didn't do it justice. I didn't do my hair. I was feeling kind of lazy, and I haven't done my hair right now either, but I am going to do my hair when we're done. So I want to start off by showing you the palette. It's in an army green cover. It's beautiful. There's 18 shadows in it, and they're absolutely stunning shadows. They are an all matte palette. So there's absolutely no shimmers or anything. I believe the colors are coming through on the monitor very, very true to color, and to what they look like on. You'll have to excuse my dog barking. It's our witching hour right now. So anyhow, so this is what the palette looks like. It's really, really cool. It's very, very sturdy, and you know, I guess if you wanted to bring this with you somewhere, you could. I don't think I would opt to do that just because, you know, we're talking $129 for this palette. And so a lot of people go, oh my gosh, that's so much money. And, you know, I look at it like this. You know, some other brands out there charge, you know, $17 to $30 a shade. You're getting 18 shades for $130, so you really, really can't go wrong. It's got kind of a mix of warm tones and cool tones. I have used it prior, and they really do blend beautifully. I was having a little bit of a problem with one of the green colors in here, and it was my fault. I had forgotten to put on eyeshadow primer, and I'll tell you, having done with and without eyeshadow primer, like using eyeshadow primer is so very important when you're doing eyeshadow looks. And the reason being is because it blends better, and it's smoother. Just everything looks better, it's smoother, it's easier to work with. So anyhow, without taking up too much of your time, I just want to say let's go ahead with this tutorial and see what we've got brewing today. I am going to try and replicate the work that I did last week, and I thought it came out really, really nice, and I was really excited about it. So I'm going to grab a few brushes here out of my brush container, and I am going to start by priming the whole lid I'm going to use Aya right here. To do the lid all the way up to the eyebrow. There's a little bit of kickback when you put your brush in, but you just have to go very lightly. And I'll tell you what, this palette performed really nicely, and I was really excited about it when I used it. Even my mother, she said, oh my gosh, that's a really pretty look that you did. I really like that. And I was pleasantly surprised because, you know, as all mothers, they love their daughters natural, you know. And a lot of them, they can't appreciate the makeup that we use, and she's one of those moms. And so I was pleasantly surprised when she said, oh, it looks really good. I love it. I think it's really pretty. So my mom is 85, and she is very, always has liked fashion and makeup and so forth, but she's never worn a lot of makeup or anything like that. So that was a huge compliment coming from her. I was really excited about that. So the first thing I'm going to do to go ahead and I'm going to start going into the crease is I'm going to use Desert Date, and that's this shade right there. Okay, and I'm going to put that into my crease, and starting off at the very outer edge and bringing it in. It blends quite nicely. There's not like a lot of fallout with this palette at all. It's a very beautiful palette. I really, really, really appreciate it a lot. I'm really excited about it. I like when things are, you know, go pretty seamless, because let's face it, it's not easy to make an eyeshadow look awesome. but these are easier than other eyeshadows because it's a Natasha Denona palette, and her eyeshadows are notorious for performing really, really well. So I'm lucky enough that I spent enough money at Sephora to be able to get a gift card and get this palette with it, and was super excited about that. So I'm just blending this into the crease, and I'm probably going to speed up the video as I do this. I'm going to go ahead and do it on the other eye. Same thing, start on the outer portion and then bring it in. So, oh, the other thing I forgot to tell you guys was I am trying out a new foundation, and I'm really on the fence about this foundation. It's brand new, launched by a major company, and I thought, oh my gosh, I got it as soon as it came out. It's absolutely beautiful, but I haven't worn it that much yet to make, you know, real judgments about it. I will tell you this, what I noticed. So far, it really has accentuated certain lines in my face, and also it kind of bunches up here and there, and I don't know if it's my primer. Sometimes primers aren't compatible with foundations. I've never really had a problem with this primer, so I'm kind of thinking it's not the primer. However, it could be. So anyhow, I'm just going to kind of see how it goes, and you know, keep trialing it and see how it goes. It is supposed to be a buildable full coverage foundation, and I found that it is. However, when you start building it, it starts to feel very heavy on the skin, and it kind of looks heavy on the skin too. So maybe you guys, I don't know if you can see it that well, but can tell me what you think. I am looking in a magnifying mirror when I do this. Sorry, I have something on my eye. I hate when that happens. I'm looking in a magnifying mirror, and so I see everything, but I think that's fair to give you a fair assessment of what is going on here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to go in with Hara, and that's right down here. It's kind of a brown, kind of brick shade. I'm going to tap off the brush a little bit. I'm going to concentrate it on the outer edge, but I am going to bring it in. I'm not going to bring it in that far. I'm just going to keep it just slightly lower than the last one. So again, I'm having to be a little bit careful of my eye because I've had major issues with it, and so I'm just being super conservative because I don't want it to be funky again. It was really giving me some problems for a while. So, okay, I'm putting the Hamra on the other eye, and I'm going to blend him in. My friend keeps texting me, so I'll have to get to that afterwards. Sorry. Remember I talked about doing windshield wiper motions versus doing kind of patting and stuff like that. So if you can see, I mean, it looks really nice, but you know, you have to, again, make sure you're getting all your areas covered that you need to have covered, because your skin moves more so when you're older than when you're younger. And so, anyhow, I'm going to go in now with, I'm getting a little darker here, I'm going to go in with Thorn right here. I'm going to go in with this shade, and I'm going to pack that more or less on the outer corner, and I'm going to blend it in toward the center of my eye. And I'm going to use a brush that's a little bit thinner. I'm using my It Cosmetics brushes. I am tapping it off because I did notice this color tends to be quite pigmented. All of her colors are quite pigmented in a very good way. And I just don't want it to, you know, pack on too much. So I'm going to pack it on the outer third. And I'm going to kind of move it into just a little bit. Move it into the center of the crease. So yeah, I was saying last week I had to stop because my pup, he has to take medicine for his heart, or I give him medicine for his heart, and what happens is he doesn't get to eat until an hour later, but sometimes he gets kind of wiggy because he's hungry. So that's probably what we're experiencing right now, and he might come in here and start reminding me that he really wants to eat. And I feel bad. I mean, I feel like he actually does it more when I'm busy. You know, it's just like a child, how they do. They want their mom's attention when their mom's really busy, and I don't mind. I mean, I just adore him, so. And I'll feed him when the time comes for me to feed him. Okay. You know, that's looking pretty darn good. Boy, I love her shadows. Oh, I get so excited when I use them. I'm like so excited about it because they're so pretty. I'm going to take some Tribe. This is kind of more of a darker brick shade here. It looks super orange on the monitor. It might actually be pretty orange. I'd say it's more brick shaded, and I'm going to go ahead and pack that on too and mix it with the last shade that I put in, and just kind of lightly bring it into the center. Yes, the natives are restless, aren't they? My little pepperoni. I feel like, wow, I feel like the light just got really dark in here for a minute. That was super weird. I don't know what's going on. My internet's been kind of crazy today, so we've had some serious weather here. So that might be the issue. I love these shades, but I have to tell you, I think they really irritate my eyes. The reds and the brick colors. I feel like they do. Okay. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to kind of buff that out with this brush. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush. I picked it up really nice at Target. It was on deal, and I'd never used one of her brushes, and I like it okay. I think it's pretty good, and I'm just going to kind of buff everything out and blend everything kind of together. I hear you, pepperoni. I did take the beginning shade that I had used, and I went ahead and I mixed that in a little bit up top here to just blend everything out a little bit nicer, so there's not a real definite edge. I don't like when there's a real definite edge. Okay, I'm going to take just a tiny bit more of that color on my It Cosmetics brush, the Tribe, the brick color, and I am going to bring it in just slightly. I'm going to kind of pat it on in here. I'm going to do the same on the other side. My favorite part's coming up. Ha ha, I get so excited. Okay, this is looking seriously orange. I almost feel like maybe I need to add a little bit of the purple to it, but I'm telling you what, I'm going to go ahead and add the color that I added last week, and I'm just going to pack it on the center of the lid, and that is the color called Lotus. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's a pink color, and I love it. It's almost like just a really muted kind of mauve color. And I am going to pack that on the lid. So pretty together, these colors. Oh my gosh. Ooh, beautiful. And I try to go up just a little more on the lid, up into the crease more. There's the light again. I have no idea what is going on with this light. I feel like it's like freaking out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pack the lotus on the other eye and the lid of the other eye. This is super pretty color. Oh my gosh, super pretty. I love it. Oof. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the blending brush and I'm going to go ahead and blend into this color a little bit, and I'm going to add a little bit of, there's a purple color called Masai, right here. I'm going to add that just a little bit just to go in between the mauve color and the orange color. See how that works. Oh yeah. Ooh, I feel like I got it up top here though. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out in a little while. Okay, I'm gonna go on the other side and go ahead and blend these together using that color. Okay. Oh, so pretty. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. And I brought it up a little bit, which is super nice because it kind of blends everything together. It looks a little patchy on the monitor, but we'll see how it turns out. I tried to duplicate, like I said, last week's look, so I used all the same colors. I'm going to bring that into this eye and up top. This is so pretty. These colors are just beautiful together. They kind of remind me of a sunset. So yeah, one of the problems I am having with this, yeah, this needs to be fixed. With this foundation is for sure, I feel like it's dried out under my eyes and it's not like jiving with my concealer and everything. And I haven't done my eyebrows. I haven't put on mascara, obviously. Nothing fancy yet. I will do that after off camera. Oh, so now it's blending in quite nicely. Super pretty. Oh my goodness. Ooh, so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and blend the other side. Okay. Now, something I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath the eye with, using It Cosmetics brush. I'm going to go under the eye and I'm going to use a little bit of the Desert Date mixed with the Hara. Oh, so pretty. I love it. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. This side just screwed up, but oh well. I'll fix it. Nothing that a damp beauty blender can't fix. So I'm going to come down pretty low in my under eye area. And I'm just going to kind of bring it up just slightly on the sides. I am going to add a little bit of the Masai. I think that's what it's called. It's hard for me to see without my glasses, but it is the purple shade in here. I can't seem to get any on my brush. There we go. Oh, my little man calmed down. That's good. Maybe he saw somebody outside. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to kind of come under the eye with it. I don't know why I'm even using that mirror. It's so stupid. I have this mirror here. Oh, I love adding this purple in. I just think it's stunning. So yeah, my light keeps going in and out. I'm going to have to investigate that, and I apologize. It might be my movement or something. Okay, let's see. I am going to add some of the Lotus, which is the light pink, to this whole under eye look. And I think this is going to be really super pretty, kind of tied in together. Yes, Pooh Bear. Okay, and I think I could probably benefit by blending just slightly more. And I am adding some of the lighter shade Malia just to kind of blend it out really well, and so it doesn't have any like rough edges. It's not fun when it has rough edges. I think I'm covering the light. I think that's what's kind of happening. Oh my goodness. The natives are restless. Okay. I'm going to add just a touch more of that desert date. In through here, and in through here. Okay, so I pretty much feel like I have these eyes done and blended as well as we're going to get blended. And honestly, I have to be really careful about the blending part too, because if I start going crazy with the blending, what happens is my eyes get super irritated. So I'm going to kind of clean up. I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to put on some blush and finish the look. And then I'm going to come back and let's see what you think about it at that point. Okay, so I will be back in just a few minutes to finish this up. I'm going to feed my pup too. Yeah, it's time. So I'm going to feed him too, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, you guys, I'm back, and I went ahead and I finished a look. I put on some lip liner, and I put on some lip gloss and blush and bronzer and mascara. And I really like the way this look turned out. I just think Natasha deserves so much more love than I gave it last weekend, and I wanted to go ahead and redeem myself because I wasn't able to put the video up and I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. So I feel like this is a better representation of her eyeshadow palette, Safari. Again, it's beautiful. You can buy it at Sephora. You can go online at Natasha Denona site and get it from there. It retails for $129. It's an all matte eyeshadow palette, and it's really, really beautiful, and it's easy to work with, and I absolutely love it. And I think there's just tons and tons of looks that you can do using it. I also went ahead and I put on some of her highlighter. Natasha Denona's highlighter, and you know what, hold on, let me get that. It is the Diamond and Glow. I really want the bigger palette, but I just can't do it right now. So the Diamond and Glow palette, and it's beautiful. Okay, anyhow, I went ahead and I used the Diamond and Glow palette, and I used the Diamond and Glow palette, and I got the little miniature one. It was $19 and some change at Sephora, and it's super, super cute. It's got a beautiful, very pink blusher in here, and then it's got this, which is a highlighter. So the blush is, I haven't actually used, I mean, beautiful. You know, I suppose they may both be highlighters. I don't know, but I don't think they are. I think one's the blush and one's a highlighter, and they are gorgeous. This is what they look like on my wrist. And I think you can probably see them pretty well. Oh, beautiful. But anyhow, so I put just a little bit of the highlighter on my cheeks just to kind of try it out. And I'll list everything that I used in the description box down below. Also, big favor, if you guys like my videos or if you want some information, go ahead and, you know, ask me questions in the comment box. And you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That would be a huge help to me, actually. If you could hit the subscribe button, it's on one side or another. I think it's on this side of the screen on YouTube. And then if you hit the bell, that will let you know the next time I make a video. Because I would like to grow this and do more, because I absolutely am having so much fun with it. And I really want to thank you guys for taking the time out and spending it with me and watching my videos and helping me grow. And I hope you're having a great weekend. We are super soaked here in Northern California, but who's complaining? We need it. And I'm going to try and get on again within this next week and do another video. And I will have this hopefully up on my channel later today. Thank you so much for joining me. And don't forget, it's a Natasha Denona palette, the Safari palette, and it's beautiful. And I think that it's just a beautiful palette, and you'll love it. It's an all matte palette, and I think it's perfect for women in their 40s and 50s, because like I said, sometimes the more glam you get and the more glitter you get, then what happens is it tends to kind of accentuate our wrinkles and all that good stuff. And we'll talk about more about that in another time. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe to my video. Thank you so, so much for hanging out with me. I totally appreciate it. And I'm being really long-winded, so I'm going to let you guys go and have a great week. And I love you all so much. Bye-bye.